through with this.
What happened is what I was worried about. Taxstone and Joe Budden finally clashed one more time. And what happened in this exchange this time, Joe Budden clapping back at Taxstone, is what I was worried. This is what I didn't want to happen. This is why I also don't like Tax tweeting, and I would rather him figure out some sort of weekly podcast situation and get your thoughts out,
articulate verbally,
and get your thoughts out, and also in an art space. But these tweets lead niggas like Joe Budden to let you chill for a long time, then get on his Patreon and literally just catch a body.
Chopper fly.
I mean, he let the chopper go, and it was just like none of this can be debated at this point. Like,
I mean, the guards got to do walkthroughs, so it's not even like, he has to hide the phone.
Yeah, he probably couldn't do anything about it. But Joe Budden has an incredible ability of making things sound so terrible.
Jesus.
Like he could could go to the grocery store and buy some macaroni, and he could break that down and make you feel bad for it.
Yeah.
He broke it down like for 7 minutes.
And like, which we was talking about it, and he was like, yo, like how he described what Taxstone did, like I never even thought about it that
like
way.
You didn't even think about it like that.
Exactly. This is
because you really only ever hear from his point of view, and Troy Ave, and they both street ass niggas.
Exactly. It's not. This is genuinely why I hated tweeting Tax, because I don't want, like, first of all, 10 out of 10 podcasting on Joe's behalf, right? This is a masterclass on how to eat, like just like kind of go in on an opponent in podcasting, right?
Dressed like he's at the beach.
But
shorts
it's
are
like,
very short.
Shorts are very short.
Weird angle.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I
don't even got no ethical boxers on. Like, how it's like some.
The fact that you know that he's not wearing those is a problem.
Exactly.
But I didn't. I wouldn't want this to happen to anybody, and I hate that it would have to happen.
Some briefs.
I hate that it happens to Tax.
Yeah.
Because it's just like,
you got so much love for him.
I got so much love for Tax. It's like I don't even want to go into like the 35-year sentence, but it's like if I do, I have to kind of shit on you a little bit as much as I love you. So it's like
you got to be. You have to be honest.
I got to be honest. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't. Yeah. It's like, what position you're in. You need to put that bitch in the craft. Stop tweeting these niggas before somebody like him have time today.
It leaves you open for a hook.
Yes, it does, bro.
Because you was right. It's a very big window, and plus he has to watch the content. Is he signed up for his Patreon?
That's a good question.
How is he getting this content?
That's a good question.
That is a good question,
How
but
this nigga throwing stones from a jail cell right now.
It hits Twitter and Reddit so fast. It's like,
But I think this first part was on his regular show though.
But Tax is so well connected. Like niggas is sending him whatever.
He talked a little bit more on Patreon, but this big section was on the main show.
Okay, gotcha.
It was on the back end of the main show.
And do we know who shot at who first? Who went at who first?
This is stemming all the way back.
It's long, but
this started back during the interview.
But in the last 3 weeks, we've pretty much been covering Taxstone and Joe Budden going back and forth, and it started with Tax tweeting.
Yep.
He'll just wake up and say, you know what a weak man is? Take, for example, Joe Budden. It's like, the nigga didn't even say.
He stymied him.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
It's definitely after also when Joe went to $1 million worth of game.
That was the point.
And he was like, yo, he's a worker, and then Tax got offended.
Yup, I don't take advice from workers. That's when Tax started posting 2016 polls. And then
$1 million worth of game was hell bent on getting them to answer that Taxstone question.
It was
they
weird.
Brought it up at least 3 times.
Yeah, they did.
Do they have a
tax like. It was kind of strange how they were like really pushing that on him like that.
They even led with Taxstone taught you everything you know about podcasting.
Yep.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Obviously like one of those we trying to get a moment right now questions. Because it couldn't possibly
It was so ridiculous. It was like, what?
Yeah.
Why are you saying it like he's been denying it? Like, I've never heard this denial claim in the last...
Taxstone probably wouldn't even say that shit.
Because it sounded like they heard wind of Tax telling him something about podcasting.
It did sound like some I caught wind that I don't know. It was weird.
Tax gave you the advice on how to do this one part or whatever.
They did enough to get Tax to tweet.
You say your ego not that big to ask for help, huh, nigga?
Right.
Yeah,
so
try to catch a nigga.
But yeah, let's listen to Joe and do what Joe does
best
in plain English.
Are those Cartiers?
I don't know, but his toes got a little overcrowding.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
that shit was making me a little uncomfortable.
Nigga got
so
why
it hurt.
Got 7 toes.
The fuck does somebody need a gun to do a podcast? And secondly, why do you need a gun to interview me? I'll allow a brief moment of silence right here so the audience can pick up on what's blasphemous about both of those statements anyway. You guessed it. Why do I even know that you have a gun on you if you got one?
These are great questions.
But you height-deprived street niggas tend to overcompensate, and y'all scared the shit out of me. I thought all of that was weak. I did. Then, right, what happened after that? What happened after that, after I did that part? Oh, shit, wait. Then Charlemagne granted you an opportunity, and I watched you get sunned out. I thought it was super weak, but hey, to each his own. Either he totally lost his backbone or now we both have scoliosis. But boy, did you get to shucking and jiving and dancing. I thought that was weak. I did.
Has he been going?
Then me and your man got it on around the corner.
This video.
Shout out to him. Salute. You got to come up here still. And the very next morning, you was on Twitter divulging every single detail of that dance like you was fucking Lisa Evers. I thought it was weak. I did. But that's not even the weakest part. You brought a gun to a benefit concert. To whose benefit? You pulled that little gun in a small, crowded room, endangering the lives of moms, dads, uncles, all of the people in there.
That shit like my outro.
I thought it was weak. You murdered a good man, and you shot a good woman. Shout out to her. You online stalked Troy Ave for years. For years. I just don't know real niggas to move that way, but hey, maybe you was making up your own rules. But I thought that was weak too. I did. Then you pulled that gun out. Why you couldn't just get punched in the face, actually? I thought that was weak. I did.
So let me let that shit.
really
Then you
thought
pulled
about
that gun out, and a nigga took the gun from you and chased you all around the fucking venue. My nigga, I don't know what definition we going by, but we clearly have two very different definitions of weak. You soft, fragile, insecure ass nigga. And then you got the nerve to be mad that I went on 𝙼𝙾𝚃𝚃's podcast and said that my inspiration was Combat Jack and that I didn't pull much inspiration from you because you are a worker. You niggas be sensitive and mad at my honest truths. Rest in peace to Combat Jack, iconic legend.
You want to hit pause?
It's my man and I miss
Yeah,
him.
real quick.
A man in flip-flops calling your gun little and habitually saying that you weak
Yeah.
is incredible.
But he also, like, he has a preacher's cadence. It's
Yeah.
such like a like a Martin Luther King almost.
He does, but he also has like an angry single black mom cadence.
Yeah,
like
but-
I've had this same conversation when I piss my mom off to the point where she can't even be mad or cry about it no more.
Yeah.
she's just done with it.
putting on her earrings, just like, so you did it?
Yeah,
Like, how you feel now?
in plain fucking English, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, bruh.
It's
He was
it's
cooking this
unbelievable.
nigga. And then just
With his gooch out.
Something about it's
literally in green flip flops.
Gooch.
A man called you weak with his gooch out.
what
Not even regular green either. Lime green.
you brought a gun to a benefit.
To
Nigga,
whose benefits,
what?
nigga?
To whose benefit?
To
was
whose
what-
benefit?
He really wrapped that bar up on that one.
Like that's a
Yeah.
prosecutor's bar. Like that's what they said.
Bro, that's
Like,
He would
you
have
brought
been,
a
he
gun
would've been
to
a
a
great lawyer,
benefit?
actually.
I never like it's something about words. Like I love that shit. Like a gun to a benefit. Like that sounds like a horrible thing to do. Because it's like I thought it was like
Oh
a club. It was a
God.
club, right?
And then he said the guys
Yeah, it was.
that
It was a club, Urban Plaza.
But
it
he
was a
said the
venue.
guys you drew on took your gun and
Yeah.
chased you around with it.
Yeah. They confiscated him. It's crazy.
There's really no good reply to this. Like
And
you kind of just gotta. You could go out on the hill and burn up like
Did you see the
Denzel
reply?
did in Training Day. Did you already reply to this?
Of course he did.
No, well, I gotta see
And
this.
shout out to everybody
okay.
just, sitting, being a mouse. Just Queens had his head down like
He called an
the
ISO.
Undertaker.
The ISO. This ISO.
He told him
this,
before.
It is a beautiful ISO.
Yeah, Joe's ISO is a nigga. Beautiful.
Skip through just a little bit because
You want to hear it as I'm skipping or no?
Yeah, here it is. Just skipping. Yeah.
All right.
But that's who I was taking 30 to 40% off the top.
Keep going.
Y'all was excited, focused on and talking about everybody but you, which is where I get befuddled at, because the judge gave you bare ass. The judge gave you 35 years, not for the crime. People have done worse and gotten less.
See that?
He gave you a stupid ass 35.
See that shit? That's where it really hit. Yeah. People have done worse and gotten less. That is a whole fact.
Yeah, that's where reality sinks in.
Yes, dog.
That's where you really like, you in jail and you don't have much to lose at this point. So this is where you start making reckless decisions. This is the recipe for that shit.
Yeah, dog. For 35, he was like, he said he gave you 35 so you can sit your ass down and think about what you did and how you earned those 35.
That has to be the worst. Like, damn.
That hits on it. He had already been kind of cooking this nigga the whole time.
Yeah.
But when like that line came up, I was like,
Now, if he would have said, nigga, you never gonna have kids.
yeah,
That would have. Whoa.
yeah. If he broke down like what his life would look like when he gets out, that's like the final blow.
He's really reminded him
God.
of his situation. Like,
Yeah,
bro.
nah,
Yeah,
it was
me
the most adult nana boo boo ever.
Yeah,
He
dog.
grandfathered him.
Fuck, bro.
It's bad.
It's
crazy.
tough. It's a tough listen. Even you know what I'm saying.
Because you have love in your heart for this nigga.
Yeah, so
Even though
it's
he
like,
might not have a lot of sense in his head for his own situations.
Exactly, bro. And he did respond. And hey, I'll say he responded the best way he could. You know, like his response was the response
Through
was
the chain gang.
The response was strange, but it was like, what else do you say at this point?
It was cryptic.
Yes.
I never saw the tweets or the messages either. I'm gonna look at those later.
Yeah, it's in there. The tweets.
No, the messages from the DMs that he leaked. Joe leaked the DMs.
Oh
of
yeah,
Tax.
between Joe and Tax. Yeah,
Oh.
I did see those.
You
What-
did?
what
What
was
was,
it?
what were they talking about?
They was
think
real.
they're right here,
they
though.
was politicking real well. It was kind of just on some like, yo,
These industry.
like he was asking for updates on what's going on with his case and all that.
I think I put text response in there, did I?
Oh yeah, you probably did.
Yeah,
Let
that's
me go
what.
back to
Yeah,
it.
put that up for next.
That was sure.
They was real cordial in them DMs.
Yeah, it was like the DM was like, but I mean the banger or it's not like he asked him for $100 or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that we would assume the way they communicate online that they wouldn't even be cordial.
At any point
So
in
the
time.
fact that like you can expose a DM of you being cordial with a nigga, so now you tweeting angry at me looks even more crazy when we've always had respect with each other. You know what I mean?
Are these just two sociopaths talking?
Possibly.
Tax might be a sociopath.
That's kind of what happens
I
in a
think-
lot of podcasts.
Are most criminals sociopaths after a certain point? Because eventually the lifestyle is just
use the word sociopath so much, we need a Webster definition of it. Because you know there's a
Yeah.
difference between sociopaths, psychopaths.
well, yeah, but
He's only 3
they're
months.
not. I don't think Tax is a psychopath.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Did Joe fucking bring a gun to a benefit? Nigga?
Somebody commented that Charlamagne and Joe Budden are both sociopaths, and that's why they bad them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the podcast greats are sociopaths.
That's probably what it takes
Yeah, but to be the best.
to be, or maybe those are the most entertaining personalities.
So yeah, let's watch. Go. It was that video.
No, I think this is the
Whoa.
one where Joe destroys Tax.
Charlamagne went to therapy.
This isn't the.
that nigga.
He doesn't respond in that
He's
Yeah,
video.
he doesn't
retired.
respond in this video.
Okay.
He's a reformed
But
sociopath.
Chiggs does have a response one though.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I was going to try Chiggs' joint real quick.
Chick Smooth. Shout out Chick Smooth.
Chiggs is the unofficial fifth member.
Shout out to
Yo,
Chiggs,
and somebody
Chicks is everybody's
Taxstone responds. This one right here.
Yeah, somebody did say something. I can't remember who it was, and this is like one comment. And this, I'm gonna stop doing this too. I see what people mean when it's like you have all these good comments, but the one that you actually talk about is like the one that just like irritates you. Mind you, it wasn't even like a bad comment, but it was just like shut the fuck up, you know. So the question was, they were like, why don't y'all just pull the videos yourself? Or how come y'all always watch like Chiggs' video? It's because Chiggs is doing a lot. He's condensing it all together. Why would I screen record these niggas live streams listen to the hours at a time when this nigga is 30 minutes out on the news dropping.
It doesn't make any sense. That's why I give 1 day a week for the comments because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
we're adding to the ecosystem still. You
Right,
see, it's still a circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're still
nigga, we're helping everybody eat. It's
know what
like,
I mean?
if anything, nigga, you need to subscribe to Chicks.
yeah. You
Because
need to subscribe to us.
Yeah.
Well,
for
probably
real.
already subscribed.
Yeah, they're definitely already subscribed, but it's like, yeah, nigga, you can get it condensed and then we go break it apart. It's
Yeah, we shot you out for the love, and
yeah,
do
it's
whatever.
crazy. It's like I was like, what were you thinking in terms of that? Like,
Shout
you
out
know-
that comment though,
Nigga
because you got
been
AJ.
he never
Yeah,
been
yeah.
to the jungle before. He
Yeah,
don't
that's
understand
true.
how fluid everything moves.
Right, that's true. But yeah, let's watch Taxstone's response, and I don't know. It's so
pray
weird
for him.
because you haven't seen it yet.
I think I have.
All right, yeah, let's just.
And I'm just not recalling it. We're gonna see what's going
You
on.
probably blocked it out your brain.
Yeah.
Oh man, let the games begin. Now, after Joe Budden's scathing hot response to Taxstone yesterday, if you guys missed that video, make sure you guys go check it out on my channel. Or if you want to listen to the full thing, make sure you guys go to Spotify, listen to the Joe Budden podcast. But a lot of people are calling this the eulogy of the year. Joe Budden delivered a 12-minute speech. Not only did he highlight his relationship with Taxstone from the start, he picked him apart for throwing his life away over trolling somebody on the internet. You guys already know that Taxstone is serving a 35-year sentence in prison right now. But that did not stop Taxstone from responding to Joe Budden. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, this is probably the fastest response time that I've seen from Taxstone. Now, Taxstone took to Twitter to go on a rant again. He said, "Laughing my ass off. Cute, Dolphin Ninja. Watch this one. You failed. Don't ever take yourself serious if you know you're not serious,
Hit
because you
pause.
don't know where you could be taken."
Real quick, can you put this on the screen so they can see it?
For sure.
Something that bothers me too a lot is that the momentum's not there. So like, this has been out for 5 hours. There's only 37 likes, 5 retweets. It's like, we need you to stop. Stop tweeting, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about the numbers are like inconsequential. This is from the heart.
This is only for one person.
that shit hit me in the forehead. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, nah. It probably was. Watch that shit.
But nah, he called him a cute dope fiend, nigga.
Yeah, but
It gets worse.
Yeah, it does get worse. Yeah, let's listen to
That's
it.
a good comeback though. Cute dope fiend.
I mean,
That's funny. Imagine.
it's
No, no,
alright.
this was-
He needs
it's
a podcast
okay.
because
It's
imagine
solid.
him saying that.
If
It's
he would have
solid.
said
Dope fiend, nigga.
No. This is a solid response for what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, most niggas' response would have been a lot terrible or no response.
It's what he got to do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
taking yourself. The truth makes suckers rise like worms in the rain. Lame ninjas will act like allies because they're afraid of a common denominator that you'll walk all over. Narratives never change, and this story will end the same. I'm not a street guy. I apologize. God damn, what does this mean, Tax? You can't even defend your words on the red carpet with 500 cameras around. You can never deal with me in no capacity from behind the wall or on a wall, Humpty. I
Pause.
can barely
Real
last
quick.
7.
That is Taxstone's biggest advantage, though, is that Joe Budden is gonna act like a citizen in a room full of shit going on. Taxstone is gonna take a gun to a benefit. Taxstone is gonna pick a fight at a picnic.
That's not a plus, though.
Yeah, it's
It
not.
is, because if the other person is not prepared to do it here now, and you are, you have the advantage
I can't, because people are trying to hold the whole
in a real fight.
the whole Migos thing against Joe, and I'm thinking like,
Oh yeah.
we'll wrap it up there. It's like, why didn't you get it cracking? It's like, because I was working.
'Cause
You
I
know what I'm
was
saying?
fight
I don't
all
know.
three
It's just
Yeah.
I didn't realize that some people view that as a moment that he got bitched out.
Maybe
I
he
don't
wasn't even that
think
mad.
so.
He just was.
Yeah.
I've talked to
doing
like
a
2
fucking
people
interview.
recently, and it's like, I think
That's what
I
people
don't
think.
I don't think it's super common, but there's definitely some. I met 2 people
I
recently.
don't think he
and-
got bitched out though. Is what I was
It's
saying.
because
Me neither,
they
me
got
neither.
up in unison, prepared for war.
Yeah.
Rolling up
I
their
mean, he
fucking
got up too, though.
their blouses.
It was all just weird. It just,
You gotta understand, they both wanted to fight, but nobody wanted to ruin the event.
The event. And do
right.
that.
Nobody wanted to be in
I
the
felt like it was a
headlines.
professional press.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
what I
Also,
mean?
I don't think that Joe's gonna get caught lacking by Tax. Like, are they gonna? I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
What?
Like you, based on what you were saying, like if he's ready to do it wherever, like I don't think he's gonna be in a space where I don't know.
It's not
that's-
realistic.
That's the shit that doesn't.
yeah.
That's how you don't get invited places.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's
it's
what
like
I'm
if
saying.
I
That's how you
have
get
to
left off bad
yeah, like
bougie.
if I have
Yeah.
to worry about you just like literally. Nigga, this is a charity event. I don't give a
Exactly.
fuck if Joe Budden is here. Like we're
Yeah.
here to collect a couple $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So it's
exactly.
like, yeah, we gotta. You can't even invite niggas like this anyway.
Exactly. So it's
it's really the worst advantage, bro. Like
Taxstone is too masculine.
I was just thinking if him and Sean Strickland would be
He's too
homies.
masculine.
Yeah.
Nah,
I feel like he could get along with Steiny too, though.
For sure,
I
because
feel like he get happy.
he would let Steiny stay in his lane that he's doing funny thing in that Sean Strickland. Somewhere through that, Steiny was like, "We're going through a rebrand right now." I said, "Yo, I said, this nigga is funny."
Niggas say we're going through a
Yo.
rebrand.
Nigga said, I'll name this
As
pod
he's
later.
like getting his like masculinity casually attacked, this nigga Steiny was just like, "Well, you know, we're going through a rebrand right now." I said, "Yo, this nigga is
like
hilarious."
it even
bro.
sounds like
Bro, he's
sounds like a
hilarious,
lesbian,
bro.
right?
Sound like you taking testosterone now.
Yeah, bro, the
Yeah.
nigga's hilarious, bro. But
Rebrand.
yeah, I wonder
barely
if
last 7 minutes.
him and because I mean, I don't
Oh, yeah,
know.
he did say more when he's tweeting. Though.
I'm waiting for the voice note. There's something even better than all this shit.
Yeah, it is.
That was ridiculous. I did hear that. This nigga's insane. He's ready to lose it all.
Yo, can't you can talk on
You can
Twitter.
you can. But it
Why
was
do you
like
do that shit?
they rolled it out beta, I think. But I think everybody can do it now.
I feel like you
I
can
remember
do
when
that.
I remember when it first came
It might
out.
be in beta.
It might still be in beta. Honestly, if you don't see it, it might still be in beta.
Plus, he might have an iPhone 4 in there. Who knows?
Bro, I be feeling like, don't you be feeling like new features be like it be in beta for a long time? I be like, damn, nigga, when
In
you go-
India, though.
Yeah,
You
right,
feel me?
right,
Like,
right.
nowhere in
Yeah,
the
that's true.
States.
You gotta change your VPN to get that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta be, yeah.
But okay, yeah, let's listen to this.
And it's, but been getting my dick rolled. Hey, what? Hold on, what? But been getting my dick rolled for 7 years. The impact I've had on these cities is beyond anything I could have imagined. Now,
Sissies
Taxstone
is
ended
a
off
jail
his
term.
rant with a voice note to Joe Budden saying, "Be safe, though." Here's what he said.
Joseph.
Now, if you guys can read between the lines here, you guys can see what Taxstone is going to try to do to Joe Budden. I said it in my video that Joe needs to be careful. Tax still has goons out here. So by Tax saying that this story will end the same, I'm not a street guy, I apologize. Looks like there might be a full court press in Joe's future. A person who just got sentenced to 35 years in prison.
What's that movie?
Did y'all full court press?
Nah, like with Joe, is it like
Warriors.
Warriors.
Wow,
Warriors.
wasn't we just?
They
Yeah,
weren't,
you was just talking about
yeah, they weren't saying Joseph. They weren't saying Joseph. But,
They're saying
you know.
Warriors.
It was the Katie's.
Yeah, but maybe I'm not tapped in. I just didn't recognize. I didn't realize that like Tex is also putting out like it might get tricky for you in these streets. Like
No, that's exactly what is happening right now.
No.
That is exactly what is happening right now.
Why would
He
you say
said this story is the same
It's
all
the
the
same,
time.
yeah.
I'm not a street guy. I apologize. That's famous last words from a lot of niggas.
yeah, it
from a
is.
lot of tweeters.
It is, dog.
But
That shit
I
is-
don't know. I don't see it, man. I think he's just playing with him. He's toying with him.
That's
This
what I
nigga
come
got
out and play.
35 years for making reckless decisions.
Okay, I
He
mean,
had shit to lose when he made that reckless decision. What does he have now?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because I mean,
an
like,
You think he's worried about getting his phone taken
An
away?
appeal, nigga. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't even.
I don't know, bro.
I don't
because
know how
like,
to.
if I had 40 years, yeah, I probably would start gangbanging at like 35. What the fuck else am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like when you go to jail for that long, they kind of force you to be a criminal.
Yeah.
You
supposed
kind
to be law-abiding for the next 40
How you
years,
gonna be
35?
a citizen in jail?
and so I'm saying, why even act like I'm humane? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It turns you into a monster, nigga.
yeah, bro. So it's like, what the fuck, bro? I mean,
You got more like politicking to worry about inside anyway.
You know, shout out to all the people that went to jail and came out and
for real though,
went to college and started the rapping.
change
shit,
our life. Got a CDL.
sold millions, whatever.
Well, she got a,
Sold millions of records, whatever your story
got a
was.
$50 million podcast.
Yeah.
Nigga, stupid. This nigga-
Whatever your come on story was. It is crazy though. Like
Yes,
it's
I
kind
don't.
of comical.
Yeah, I don't let this happen. I hope this doesn't mean that, but at the same time, if we're being objective, I mean,
Nah.
he could be what he
Yeah.
could be sending a hit squad out. He
I mean,
could.
obviously, you don't want to wish
I don't
no
want that
harm
to
on Joe
happen,
Budden.
and that's all
Yeah,
alleged.
nah.
We're just that's a conspiracy.
But what does that mean for podcasting if niggas is getting killed over this now?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What does this lead to?
Well, this isn't over podcasting, but podcasting is the medium that's being used to
It's
communicate.
facilitating this. It's a pod war.
But
That's how this all. That's kind of the theme behind all this shit.
He is the first potter to catch a body. Like this is on some rap shit. Like
the first
Yeah,
part of the
that's
catch
why
up body, he was.
like in the
Wild podcasting?
like wild podcasting.
Wow.
The nigga was. Do you all remember this moment? I just to remind the people who don't remember, after the whole Irving Plaza thing happened with Taxstone, where Troy Ave's homeboy banger, passed away. Rest in peace. The nigga still continued to drop weekly pods, but all of a sudden he was moving around a different coast. It was like, what the fuck?
Felt like he was on the run.
He was on the run, and then the nigga does Ben Baller. Ben Baller always talks too much. Ben Baller on the microphone is like, "Yeah, man, I heard you. You know, how come you're on the East Coast?" Like Ben Baller's like alluding to these like police ask questions, and he's like, you didn't get into no trouble over there on the East Coast, did you?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I was like, "What the fuck? Like, are we really listening to a nigga pod? This shit was crazy, bro. Yo, this moment was crazy. This moment was crazy." And then it took the niggas like it took them a while to kind of find him. And do y'all remember they finally got the nigga on like Thanksgiving, nigga? It was like Thanksgiving. Niggas is with their family.
It was like a goddamn movie.
Bro, it was crazy.
I wonder if he got to eat first.
Bro, and we see Taxstone, and he was coming out of some random ass townhome in like West Virginia. It was crazy, bro.
Gravy in his
y'all
beard.
remember that shit?
They had gravy in his goddamn bed.
That was like, that's on some like the same parallels of like that probably felt like for podcasting how like it felt when Snoop Dogg was on trial for his body. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you at the peak of your.
I know what you mean in similar situations, but nobody cared that much.
The podcasting people did.
Yeah,
you didn't care? I cared.
I cared because I was a fan, but I'm just talking about overall. I thought you was trying to compare
the impact,
severity, the impact of it.
I mean, it had impact, but it had
this
like
nigga Snoop got arrested at an award show, right?
It had like standard like viralness.
Yeah,
so it's
and he went on purpose. He was a fool like Taxstone. He was too real for his own good.
Like this is a good.
It is a movie.
It's a movie, bro.
It's a good script.
It sounds like the All Eyes on Me biopic.
Duh, it was kind of crazy. So it's like Tax is in podcast history for
all the wrong and right reasons.
Yeah, for like a rapper's career almost. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like your street rapper's career that's beating a case at the height of his #1 on all charts type shit. Like
I forgot who said it, but somebody said like, you know, black men don't leave this business clean, nigga.
Yeah,
like, this
I've heard
business
that.
clean.
I've heard that.
It might have been like
shit. Patrice,
TK
Corey Holcomb.
Patrice, Corey Holcomb. Yeah, that could have
literally.
That could have been Ari Spears.
Different variations of all of them.
Could have been Conan.
Ari really, So another thing that Joe Budden kind of shut down for all of us podcast niggas that have conversation that was pretty powerful. We didn't get to it in them thing.
Yeah.
He said this whole thing that Tax brought the streets to podcasting is over. He essentially told all of us, I don't want to hear that no more.
He vetoed it.
He vetoed it on a national level, and then said the streets took Tax away from podcasting. I said, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
He
wrote that shit in cursive.
It was so many like metaphors and comparisons. It was the whole time.
Yeah, it's somewhere behind glass. Like,
nigga, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like,
all he was doing was flipping words the whole time. Like whose benefit it was, whose what else? Like,
bro,
you know
that's
what I
just
mean?
sad to think about, my nigga. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
And then he put a new.
You call that nigga a pseudo gangster.
And then he put new podcast rules into the ecosystem. Mm-hmm. I feel funny now saying like Tats brought the streets to podcast. That kind of feels crazy.
I'll not get out of here just because Joe said that shit.
Just it was like
he not that powerful. Nah.
No. I think so because now that he did it, that's gonna come up now. You know, it wasn't never.
And it can be debated.
It can be debated, but then now everybody's heard that, and they're going to be able to use that next. Like people used to say, "Tax brought the streets to podcast," or "He brought the streets to podcasting," and nobody would be. They were just like, "Yeah," but they're
did
like,
he not?
He did, but now niggas are gonna just in the comments are gonna be like, "But the streets took him."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
which they do in any industry.
Or the streets ruin everything they touch, like it's fucking usual, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They do it in every industry. At the top of every industry, they say you cannot have one foot in, one out. Once you get to a certain point, you literally have to switch.
Should we thank this nigga too?
Who, Joe or Tex?
For bringing the streets to podcast?
Yeah, I don't know if that's something that's admirable.
This nigga brought the streets to podcast.
I don't know because he had the worst case. Essentially, he got sentenced to 35 years.
Yeah.
We haven't had anything yet. No Jumper always loves to they like to flirt with the lines behind the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they flirted with the lines of entering themselves into that we've had terrible things happen behind this street shit on podcasting, but
there's no full commitment. There's no life sentences.
Yeah. There hasn't been no real incident, no life sentences, no charges, nobody hurt for real. So hopefully it stays that way.
God damn it, Tax.
Ideally.
But honestly, this will be a perfect transition.